step out and say good morning to the moon. And yeah, the dogs are down here. You can kind of see them. Kind of surprised. It appears to be crystal clear everywhere. See stars all over. That one star's moving. Making a little noise too. Yeah, I think the full moon was a day or two ago. I don't know. Maybe that depends on where you're at too. Who knows? I doubt it. So, I'm not going to feed yet. I'm going to the shop. Show you how far we made it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, didn't fit together too bad. Considering I goofed up on my cut anyway. That's what I cut with. What I cut that with. I used a skill saw on this with it outside, along with the other couple boards we got. But I got off my line, and then it didn't fit very well. Didn't fit, yeah, there. I got off my line. I was on it. I was literally right on it. Here, up to about here. And right here's where I started my cut and went up, and somehow I got, followed my finger, somehow I got off up there. I don't know. But the thing is, this is so warped out of shape. So I don't know how bad I want to put something back there and try to straighten it. Because it's pretty solid back in here where it didn't get too damp. But you can see the sizes of the pieces. That'd be a whiskey, yep. See, bigger piece. Yeah, let me see, that's a cut edge, I think. Yeah. The bigger piece was, from there, where it was the driest. And I drilled through where the lag bolts were from this side, so we had them. On the other side, I was able to drill this one, but these were too close to the pole. And there's another board out there. There's a 2x because there's a shelf on it, everyone. I think y'all noticed that last night. So we got these in, got it up in the area where the door latch was catching somewhat appropriately. And I was going to blame it on me goofing, but I don't think I goofed. Because we're pretty snug down there. We're not over tight. We're pretty snug. We're snug up there, but it's a long ways between here, so something worked. Anyway, aligned it with that, got it up where it fit right, and was able to just go through the plywood here and line up. So it did work. And I know the door's a little tight. This is 1/2 inch. That's 5/8. Just a little. So this is pulled over tighter to the jam. But it opens. I'm really surprised those hinges work as good as they do, as long many years ago as it's been since it's been used. And there's 2 dogs outside. Blue's over there, and he's right here. Red and Whiskey walked outside right before I shut the door. Oh, hey boys, you coming back in? Okay. Power of suggestion works every time. See? A bunch of wrenches to hang back on it. It's a good door for that. I mean, it holds the weight. The outside of it's getting a little crusty. We've already, actually, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, noticed the texture to the door. That's because the outside layer has all but been peeled off already. And the next layer is kind of getting there. It wasn't meant to have that much weather. Steel door would be nice there, but I ain't gonna do that. I could probably get one real easy. If I get bored between now and whenever Becky gets her brother to come out, I may see if he's got one. That's where that door came from. And windows. I think we had that one. But those came from him and those came from him. Those windows are actually windows that he was working on a house at the coast. And what is it? In the bathrooms now, I think is what it was. Where he was working on houses. Code is it has to be tempered safety glass, I think. Not just regular window glass. And, you know, you order windows, they come, they get there, inspector shows up, can't find the right writing on the window, you get the windows replaced, or they don't pass it. So, I believe that was a pair, as in those two panes made one, you know, window that opened, and I believe that was the other pair. Because they just did glass outfit, they just came out and swapped stuff for him and said, yeah, that's yours, you paid for it. Anyway, that's enough BS. I gotta get to work. There we go. It's coming up. Just a little hint of fog out there. But working to be a beautiful sunrise. And I think that's how that's going to be. And I got to say, I goofed all the cutting yesterday. That one's got to get painted yet. It goes on top of the plastic one. The one on there, that white piece there, that's what I trimmed off this morning. I totally forgot to trim the end off of it. So it fits now. It just means Ty's got to go through and do a little touch up. Put a little paint. I mean, she's using, which is it? I know it's an exterior enamel. Come on. I thought it said it was a satin or a semi. Anyway, if you don't want all the dust to stick to it, the very best thing is a high gloss, because it's smooth and stuff doesn't stick to it. And yes, I screwed it on in the corners. Semi-gloss is what I like to use a lot because it's not blinding and it doesn't show all the imperfections if you're working on metal. Or wood, really. But stuff doesn't stick to it. I think that's where that's going to set. But this has the handles up at the top. I don't know if I can flip the doors around and put them the other way. So I either got to do that, which I don't think I'm going to go through the BS to do that. I think they will go either way. So I'm just going to put a set of knobs on here. Till then, I got to use my pocket knife to open it because I'm not that tall. And hopefully the stuff will fit in there we want to fit in there. The wall. I told her to hit the spots where it had been knocked off. She went a little overboard, but that's all right. Like stuff like this, that was stuck to the back of the hose reels when we took them down and ripped that spot up because I had to break a screw off. But there's 2 coats of paint. That's where they're going to go next. The 1/2-inch one's going to go up here because that's the one that our line comes into. And the other one's going to be centered, I believe, on this line. And that'll be underneath them, leaving room beside them to crank them in. Got to find some handles for this. I think I mentioned that already because I can't reach up there. And yeah, wait for the paint dry and I guess go help Becky for a little bit. We got the little trailer hooked up on my pickup, and no, you don't hear any music. It's a figment of your imagination. So over there at the container, we got this circle of crop here. We need the container for a lot of what's in the basement. We got to empty the container for that. And then a lot of what she's putting on the trailer is going to go in the basement later. So lots of fun. And we got a couple bookshelves we're going to put in the pump house for now. So I think we're going to move them with the bike. They're heavier than hell. But hey, a nice day. It's already kind of icky warm. Well, Becky's still going through stuff in the container, but you don't see a problem with that gate, do you? Yeah. I just never got in here to put hot wire in. So she come and kick both those idiots out of here. I gotta figure out if I'm gonna try to straighten the gate or see if we got another one. Either way, there's gonna be a hot wire across here.
I can hook it up to
Becky sent me up here after a coyote. Guess what? I don't see a coyote anywhere. But what I do see, and I watched it walk down the hill as I was coming up. Oh, wait. My phone's doing stupid things. If you know the screen, there's a kind of a funny colored molehill, gopher hill. It's a long-haired kitty cat. Yeah, I needed the hike anyway, I guess. They're good boys, by the way. They don't fight. They don't beat on the gates. Yes, you guys are good. Even Wally, he's out there. He's coming from the feeder. But those other two. We didn't get that gate swapped. We got the other one partially rigged. We got insulators on it. I don't think we finished tightening the bolts on the insulators, though. Because, you already saw I had to go get my exercise in for the day. Becky, it's a coyote. No, it's a freaking house cat. Some bitch. So, that was half-mile walk for, I guess because I needed to. So Ty and I went, you know what? Neither one of us feel like manhandling that gate out of there and getting the other one in. So we straightened that one up in place as best we can for now. I hope they don't knock that stay down into that wire. I just happened to notice that. He's got to push it to do it anyway. That's just a piece of poly wire anchored. Where's my finger? Anchored to the bottom of the gate at this end with a twine. And through a long insulator there. Anchored to the gate that's just outside with twine. And a long insulator at the top of it. And it's hooked to the hot wire that runs across under the eave. So, keep one of them off both gates anyway. Yeah, Bam. Go ahead and touch that. I want to hear you touch it. And Dino, if he decides to stick his head through that hole, he's going to hit it. But it's time to feed him. So that's what's going to happen. And excitement around. The whole time we're working on this for hearing sirens. Place that's, our neighbor man back here. He's a fireman for the fire district we're currently in. Just not at this station. We got a place kind of across from him off the other road. Driveway parallels the guy's driveway over there where we farm. And some type of medical emergency. And what we were hearing off Pulse Point was it had like 3 or 4 engines going on it. 2 ambulances or 1 ambulance. I don't know. Becky was trying to figure it out. I couldn't tell. And they said before they ever got there, well, since Life Flight is so far out, why don't you go ahead and get them heading this way now? So we think the medical emergency may have been a small tractor rollover. I don't know. Haven't heard anything since.
And the last thing we just piped off with was a vegetation fire in Jackson Bottom, which is Highway 219 coming south out of Hillsboro. And that may be at a homeless camp, because yes, they've headed south of town. Who knows? Either way, Ty just says, well, I know which way I'm not going to try to go home. So anyway, they want their grain. Maybe these two jackasses will be good tonight. I mean, I don't think they're going to beat each other up too bad if they get in together with each other, but I don't want to find out either. You know, a lot of people just put their bulls in together and run them together, and we just never have. We've always been able to keep them separate. You can keep them eating steady, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, hopefully they don't do something stupid tonight. I really don't feel like having to mess with them. Bad enough, we're going to change that gate anyway. I'm going to get them fed and show you what we were doing on that other gate. There's what we got going on. Easiest things I got to put on there. Keep it between the wheels. I just got to figure out what to do at that end and this end. And this end needs to come to this side and be over here, because there's a post right here, so it can't be over there. And this is a twin to that other gate. Should be anyway. Oh, looks like while it's up here, we gotta pull that, because it's got to be up here. I think this one's got to be in here. No biggie. Just got to do it. Still haven't found what I want to finish that gate with, but finish this up. All the air's back up. Hose made it up here comfortably. And that hose to supply this one. Always been plenty long, but that's the length of hose we had when we did it, so that's what we just leave on there. Zip tied back there so it'll stay tucked behind the file cabinet. The blocks stand there nicely. Still got some more blocks to shove somewhere. Not sure where we got 3 handyman jacks in here. Not sure where we're going to shove them. A little tall to fit right there. And might be in the way over here, I don't know. But top is on that cabinet, and I see she didn't paint the bottom edge of the front. That's alright. This one got done though. And moved a bunch of stuff into it already, and it's probably as full as it's going to be. Becky says, you can move that shelf. Well, where am I going to move it to? The heavy shit's big. It goes on the bottom. The light shit goes on top.
That's okay. I'm sort of stuck anyway. I can't reach it.
Yeah, Ty says she's too short to reach it. That's why there's always a ladder. So anyway, that's our engine rebuild stuff. The cylinder sleeve puller and ring stuff. Little hydraulic crimper. Exhaust expander. That air staple gun. And the hydraulic test gauges. And up above, the cooling system vac test and fill. The camera. The other super filler that's got all the fancy fittings with it. And air conditioning and fuel line disconnect tools. They're all light, so they'll be fine up there. These are all heavy. Other than the camera, it's pretty light. But anyway, that's it. I even found matching knobs. Found one of them on the bench, and I went searching through my knob drawer, or knob deal, and I found the other one.
Yeah,
So they're on. And this is screwed down to the wood's screwed down to here, that wood's screwed down up there. That's all done.
That shouldn't be the easy fucking side that sticks out. So it's
And what did I just say? That she didn't paint that? I said, oh well.
Mr. Oh, it's got a whole bunch of oil in the side door. I'm not painting it.
Anyway, and I cheated. That 1/2-inch coupler was leaking, so I threw the adapter in there to shut it up. It don't leak now. Maybe I won't hear the compressor come on at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking we might take a plastic tray about the size of that cabinet and lay there for putting the blowguns and stuff in. It'll be a little short for the long blowguns, but you know, and we got room there to put something. Don't know what yet. Ty says the truck. Becky says I need to clean that up and straighten the axe. Oh,
It's the buckets will fit there, the square one probably.
that's not quite wide enough. It might stay
Square
up
one
there.
looks like it'll probably fit.
We'll see.
I'm just trying to see which way I'm gonna get to go home.
She's still trying to figure out how she's gonna get home.
Which direction, because
So.
I'm,
Anyway, that is it. And I'm thinking our other wood blocks might go right there. I think they'll fit in there. Kind of screwing it for putting the torches back over here again, but
there's two on this one over here.
I bet you somebody probably rolled a little tractor over. But for now, I mean, the torches fit right there.
But
They'll
the good
still-
news is,
They'll still slip over here to get out of the way. Just won't be able to coil them up as easy.
the
So.
fire in Jackson Bottom now, so.
Anyway, sounds like she can go home through Hillsboro. They don't have a fire there.
A lot easier.
All right, that's enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good Saturday. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. I had to move. I wasn't done talking and my phone shut down because it died. It's charged up enough now. I was going to say, if you haven't done it, go check out Faraway Farm. Will. He's always in the comments. He sold some round bales to Brent Erickson today, and so he put a video of that up. So you get to see, well, you get to see one of them in it anyway. Will was doing the video, and so he didn't get himself in it, but he's always in his videos, right? So I'm going to leave this mess, figure out what morning brings. Becky's got a bunch of stuff in the trailer, a bunch of stuff in the container, a bunch of stuff outside of it. I think she's got her car full of stuff to go to Goodwill. Yeah. And we're going to just keep fiddling at trying to get stuff out of here. Got to get a clean spot again. Probably a good thing I didn't get the sprayer in here already. Oh well, thanks again for watching.